Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and Lady Sakura. Right, we're here in Dahut. Got an impossible challenge to get a port report, so we're not going to do that. Could stay a while though. It's easy to gain terror in Dahut. Yeah, we don't really want that. Drownies built a copy of London as it never was, a cathedral and houses and fields of flowers all underwater. The water is cool and luminous, and at the same time it is breathable air. Don't really want to, we can buy some fuel, so definitely want to do that. Okay, I think that's enough here, so let's head off. Get ourselves back to the surface, and then we're going to head south again. Not sure if those unfinished pirates are still hanging around, but they are. We're probably going to have to deal with them. That might be them over there, actually. Right, Polythreme. It's good to see you. Right, so we're going to pop in here in a second. There we go. Taciturn claymen, evasive clothes, colonies, walking like humans, cobbles that grow underfoot. On the hills above, a palace villa of marble, but even that rides like buried bones in an earthquake. Okay, let's do the first thing. Let's gather some intelligence. What news from Polythreme? The city cries out. Roads royal, bricks quiver. The windows of all the buildings flash like eyes. The palace above the city swells and roars. This convulsion is how claymen are born. Even now, somewhere below, they open their blind, seeming grey eyes. We gain 5 terror. Okay, we got a port report though. Yeah, that's probably not good. Let's take claymen to London though. Oh, well, we're only going to take... What else can we toss? Yeah, this makes most sense. Sorry, clayman dudes, but yeah, you're off. Then nothing we can do there. I think we're pretty much finished Polythreme. So we'll head out. We're going south again, so we're going Scrimshander next. And then Knockmouth after that. Okay, let's see. We want to go kind of around this way. Probably dive somewhere around here, right? Get down here, dive down. Yeah, and then make our way around to Scrimshander. So maybe here. Watch the fungal paths and sea lilies. There's a prison here. Don't know what the rest. Guarded by not oracles. There we go. The observation dome is silent. Your navigator's breath is loud in the stillness. Oh, again we hit the wall. We love doing that, apparently. Before you looms the bone tower of Scrimshander, the city of remembrance, ivory structures just from the pile, supported by buttressing tusks. As your light plays across them, you can make out inscriptions, names, pictures, and dozens of lost languages. The largest ones carry a warning. All are welcome to enter, but none may depart without leaving something of themselves behind. Accept the price and dock. A solemn drownie stands vigil outside of the port, holding a ceremony key carved from a fever. All travellers, pilgrims, and truth seekers are welcome, but leaving bears a steep price. Through the ivory gates, after scrupulously noting your ship's details, the guardian welcomes you to Scrimshander. The ivory gate parts before you. Dozens of finger bones click apart and beckon you into the dry centre of the cathedral. You walk down a damp nave of bone. Intricately carved ivory walls depict improbable scenes from history. The walls are edged in tiny finger bones, each bearing a single name. Inhabitants wear ashen robes and carry steel-tipped bone quivers, but you recognise most as drownies or shell-napped expatriates. While most are quiet and ignore visitors, you hear heated arguments over interpretations of the sacred remains which will include whatever you leave behind when you depart. Okay, let's get our port report. Consider it an ongoing history of the present. Few visitors, fewer departures. The inhabitants of Scrimshander spend much of their time preying on the mysteries of the past. They spend almost as much time arguing about their interpretation. Salted residents often collect nearby salvage, studying the results and inscribing their interpretations on any skeleton remains, but those who leave too often are easily recognized by what they have left behind in their travels, memories, personalities, and bones. Otherwise, they rarely consider the present, certainly not with the same focus they give to the histories buried within their tower. Recent world events are met with polite silence, unless it prompts an anecdote about similarities with antiquity. Apart from old grudges and new theories, very little changes here. Okay. What do we need there? Okay. Let's assist the chronicler if we can. A bandaged monk sits, attempting to carve a tail with a steel-tipped quill. This does not work for a trembling hand. A day dictated. The monk describes a day in the life of a tomb colonist. While you wield the quill, its nib carves the bone easily, as if it were mushroom flesh. The tale is dry, but he insists it be recorded for posterity. Few tomb colonists come to share their tales. It's a historical blind spot, he laments at length. When the work is finished, he invites you to see further tales in the ivory archives as his guest. Okay, so let's delve into the ivory archives. The ivory archives are a wealth of history, with ages of visitors' stories carved into the bone pillars that build the citadel. It is something between a library and an ossuary, but less inviting. Downward into history, the monks grudgingly allow you to enter, but warn you that staying longer than your allotted time will incur significant penalties. They refrain from going into details, but you notice that their bone quills are significantly larger and sharper than their fellows. I think we have to leave, right? Unfortunately. Narrow passages wind through the old city, shadowed, ever descending. You walk alone, except for the constant remains of those who came before you, each bearing their sad, small tales. They all end up the same way. They all end up here. Will you? Okay, yeah, let's leave the archives for now. Yeah, because then we get to 0. Look, back to now. Back among the living, or at least the most recent remains. Okay, now it's time to leave. No one departs without leaving something of themselves behind. Be ready. Departing. Were there quite this many guards when he came in? Was there always a pile of fresh bones by the entrance? Leave behind a past triumph. It was dearly earned, only fair that it be dearly spent. Some other hero's tale. The guards light incense and clean the trophy with a musky oil. As you recount the victory that won it, a chronicler etches your words into its surface. The scratching of the bone quill grows louder in your ears with every word. By the time you've finished, your trophy has been replaced with an identical copy, but this one has been inscribed with a thrilling fictional tale. As you depart, you wonder if you would recognize the hero of such a thrilling yarn. You lost one hunting trophy, okay, cool. Right, so we're pretty much done in Scrimshander. Shops wise, could sell our pot of violent ink. Don't know what we're going to use it for otherwise, but we're going to keep on to hold it because maybe I need it for something. I'm going to buy some fuel. Going to keep going with lots of fuel being a good idea. Okay, and then we're going to depart. We're going to immediately head towards the surface so we don't get caught in this current too much. When ready, let us up. What the? You can't surface. Seek deep. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. I've never seen it block you surfacing before because the waters aren't deep enough. I suppose maybe it was the lily pads could have been overhead. That's probably what it is, right? Right, down to the up bit we go. Slow down a bit. We don't need to go that fast. Terror is just creeping up there. 55. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, it's getting up there. It can very quickly jump up to 60s, 70s, and then you're really getting worried after that. Wisdom. Nutbit built this place as a prison for the Khanate. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. Okay, let's get a port report. Watch the comings and goings. Not so many goings. Ships from the Khanate are most common, but you see Sherlock vests, polythene triremes, with chained and sulky unfinished men, corsairs disposing of their miscreants. Even one furtive Arimi skiff. The warders pay them well for their prisoners. Okay, I think we're probably done there then, right? We don't need to rescue a prisoner, thanks. Shops wise, we're not going to buy anything. Okay, so how are we doing time wise? I'll still do one more, so I'm going to head on over to Nook. A soft wind from the east, a possible scent of pine. We've got a bit more to go. Just kind of keep close to the lily pads because it'll help us in terms of trying to keep on top of our terror. Okay, a little bit more to go before we can think about diving. Okay, let's descend. Scuttling and chittering in the corner of the hold. What's the next part? Humped shapes on the deck rail. Ratsy air and Bardon's vermin. There we go, we get in. The edge of Nook. A gap in this colossal Z monster's throat has been forced open with thick heart metal beams. They strain under the pressure, but hold. As you pass through, your submarine lights pass over a message carved in a floating piece of someone forced in its hull. Beyond his Nook, beyond his freedom, beyond his... The rest is scratched out. Let's check our diving suit. Strictly speaking, you don't need it here, but it couldn't hurt. All in excellent condition. Lady Black can wrap her fingers around another captain's throat. For now, though, it doesn't matter. Nook and its foul but breathable waters await. Oh, this is what we needed the mushroom wine for, that we accidentally sold. Okay, so we are going to end the episode there. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you are keeping safe. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.